can I ask you, which shop do you miss the most?
I miss going to the movies. I miss going to the cinemas. I actually went to see Wonder Woman in Putrajaya because it was the only.
It was the only place in all of the central region you could actually
all
watch.
of Klang Valley.
I'm not sure whether you're aware of this, Jay. The reason why that was open is because it's in Putrajaya, which was not subject to the CMCO when guys like Oon, they're a beacon for the industry where there are these customers that are still willing to go
Go
there.
all the way to Putrajaya just to watch it.
Wow.
I'm a little bit biased because I was recently at TGV, but I missed the full cinematic experience. The anticipation of going to the movies, especially if it's a nice cinema, let's say IMAX, large format, with the sound, and then you had a great time.
Are you a moviegoer, Jake?
I am actually, because I worked in Astro and TGV used to give me free passes every week and stuff. I pop by once in a while, but yeah, if I was it's a weighted question actually. I actually miss the cinema experience. Although I'm not a big Avengers fan and stuff.
Star Wars, no?
Yeah. Star Wars, yes, definitely.
Yeah, you would like to see that in the cinema, wouldn't you?
Definitely, I would not. Honestly, to me, what I really miss is concerts. So I think post-COVID, that's going to come back very big.
Because it can't be replicated, right?
Exactly.
The event experience, so to speak. Yeah.
But do you think cinemas will, if they survive, do you think that they can come back and rebound like before?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Because look, in terms of online experience, you got all your people are downloading torrents, and you got Netflix, and you got Amazon Prime, and you got HBO Go and stuff. But cinema still stayed alive because, and for the simple fact that you said, it's experiential. People like the whole ritual of picking somebody up, going to the cinemas, buying the popcorn, sitting down, great sound system, enjoying, talking about it, the experience of walking out. It's brilliant.
If live concerts and below that cinemas and other things, they represent the apex experience, right? So you imagine a gym, getting back to the gym thing, or a restaurant. You know how sometimes a gym has the right atmosphere, it has the right energy level, and maybe it has people who are serious about working out and everything, and then that's an environment you like, the experience. Likewise, you might have your favorite restaurant. A lot of people like restaurants with other people inside. There's a certain vibe, there's a certain energy level that makes the restaurant, right? It's the food, of course, but there's also the whole ambience and the environment. So I think, there are these experiential things that kind of make for the entirety of the experience that people pay for and consume regularly. And we're missing all of that right now, so to speak.
Another aspect that will actually pick up is nightlife. I think nightlife has been, you're talking about pubs and discos and clubs and karaoke's and stuff like that. A lot of the socializing was done there, and for various reasons. I think that will and I come from a nightlife background, and I see all these people suffering, musicians, and there is going to be an explosion on that. There's going to be, lots of this popping up. So I think there's opportunity there also, if you sort of think about it, because people want what they have not got.
But the big question, I think, is whether the suppliers of all these types of services can survive long enough to still be standing. Let's take the case of cinemas, right? Everybody agrees people will want to go back and watch movies, blockbusters in cinemas. But will cinemas still be around 1-2 years from now if they are shut for a long time? Similarly, a lot of tourism business have closed down, right? We know tourism will rebound when they're allowed to do it, but will a lot of these guys still be around? And, as for concerts, for bands and for comedians and those in the entertainment line, will they still be around, or will they gone off and do other businesses, and by that time they'll be like, no, I'm not performing anymore, because for the past 2 years I've been selling burgers or whatever,
I think it's a tough one. It's a really tough one. To me, it's like I said, I think people are jaded already. Those who are jaded will just give up. I think what's going to happen is it will come back, but it'll not be the same people. And I think that is going to be very prevalent in the coming, post-COVID.
So when you say new players will come in to fill the void, right? So what you're saying is that, for example, let's say a bunch of people who are entertainers today, if they're not able to perform and they've been out of work for 1.5 years, 2 years, they might have moved on to other businesses. And what you're saying is that a new generation will crop up, right? A new generation.
Definitely, I do believe that. I give you an example, like a musician friend of mine who was the lead singer for the band Hydra. Okay, a big band that performed all over in KL in pub scene. Everybody knows them. When this thing happened, I celebrate him because he went back to Langkawi and he opened a nasi lemak business. Because again, like I said, he's doing, but he's very smart. So he's trying to keep his profile alive, but overall, what they are saying is, hey, hang on, I'm making money here. This is more lucrative. This is more stable. Why do I have to go back to that? So, for fear of that, I think fear is going to be the big driver or going to stifle them from going back into this. But the new players who might want to, take advantage of the void there and says, you know what, we could do this, we could do that, will emerge. Definitely, because you know why? People will still want entertainment, interaction, networking, so this will happen. Yeah.
But let's say your friend, who's now has a successful nasi lemak business, assuming it really booms, the nasi lemak business, really grows from strength to strength. 2 years later, he's doing really well with that business, right? And then you're allowed to play music again. Will he go back to music, or do you think he'll just stick to his?
Maybe it won't be his main source of income. Maybe it might be just he'll be moonlighting as that, because passions are passions. People still, gravitate back to that. Right. But I think we are all, in a situation where livelihood is number one. So, and we are so afraid that we lose the, cari makan lah, so as to say, we'll definitely find something more stable. Everybody I've spoken to says, you know what, I just need to survive. I just need to survive.
Yeah.
The work that's coming. I just need to survive, bro. I need to see this through. Scary.
It's definitely insightful for Jake to say that new players, new iterations of previous things we liked will emerge.